This is my third deck that I've played in the OCG. Well, third version of this deck, because the first two versions were incomplete, and now that I have some extra cards, I believe it would be more competitive. I have an upcoming tournament which is tomorrow, Saturday, and this is the build that I'm going to go with. I'm probably going to post this video on Saturday after the fact, just in case, even if the channel is small. I do not want my stuff to leak until yeah. So this is my build of Yummy and Mitsurugi, which was recently released in the OCG. So my build is as follows. So we have one lollipop, one cookie, 3 marshmallow Yummy, and 3 cupsy, and that's it for the Yummy package. It's a standard package, but I was contemplating putting one more cookie Yummy, because basically any Yummy card can start the combo. Any Yummy card can start the combo. But I'm going to try it out at this ratio for now to see what results I yield, and if I need the additional, I'll just add it at the next time around. Of course, Mitsurugi stuff, one of each of the level 4s, 1 Futsu, 1 Murakumo, and 3 Habakiri. Okay, for spells, we have what I consider power spell cards. We have 1 Call by the Grave, 1 Triple Tactics Talent, and 1 Cross Out Designator. The deck can be bricky, although the consistency is way higher than Rising Mitsurugi, which I used to play as well, or pure Mitsurugi. I find the hands are way more consistent. Out of 10 hands, 9 are good, but these protect your place, so free. I didn't in the OCG call buys at 2, but I believe that 1 is sufficient. So 1 of each of these will cover you, protect you basically. For the Yummy spells, 1 Surprise, 1 Ninja, the Anybody combo, 3 Pre-Prep, 1 Mirror, and 2 Mitsurugi Ritual. We play 3 prayers, and that completes the spell lineup. Now, hand traps now, we have 3 Ash, 3 Droll, 3 Malchami Fuaros, 2 Maxi, which I'm happy to be playing now that I'm able to. And yeah, that I think these hand traps are good, right, for you to have in your main deck. They basically cover all the meta threats currently, especially, well, I find with Mitsurugi being released now, and it's pretty popular in the OCG, everybody's playing it. So Droll hits that deck hard, so free is necessary. Ash protects you against the Charmies and Maxi. Maxi is especially good, but I don't like to get hit by it. Yeah, and of course, if you have Maxi, play Maxi. 4 Alos, I only have 4 Alos That's the only Charmy that I have currently, so I am playing it at free. But if I had the others, I might have considered fitting in a Perulia in there. Yeah, I think Perulia is a little bit more impactful from what I've observed with the current OCG meta. So I might have had a mix of Perulia and Fualos, or sided the Fualos, meaning the Perulia. And last but not least, my trap, Mitsurugi trap card. I think that this trap card is good going first, right? The deck is built to go first. But I was contemplating whether or not to keep it in, but I believe that it is necessary because I find myself searching. If I'm not stopped, I find myself searching a lot, and it just feels good to search the extra negate as opposed to having multiple copies of ritual spell card, or because I find myself having sometimes 3 copies of a ritual spell card or more than 2 copies of prayers. So it's good to have the extra negate on board so you can stop things like Dark Ruler no more, or the troublesome pesky spell cards or trap cards, yeah. Move on to the extra deck. So extra deck now. So we have the free synchros. Yes, absolutely necessary. Free Yummy synchros. One Samsara Cat and one Herald of the Arclight, which is Samsara Cat recycles this card. So you can bring this card out more than once. It's necessary because you need this card to bridge you into the Mitsurugi engine. So by sending it to the graveyard to summon another card in the extra deck, you can search out your ritual spell card or your ritual monster card. Yeah, so it helps you switch and pivot based on what the situation is. Good card. This card, this is extra slot. I was initially debating what to play here. So I was going between King of the Feral Imps, which I found was a little out of place in the deck. This card. There was a couple other options, but I initially I ended up deciding this card because it's a little trolly, a little unexpected. People will not expect to see a Chaos Angel coming out of this deck. Not to mention, it's pretty easy to make a light and dark Chaos Angel by using one of my Yummy Synchros and one of the ritual monsters from the Mitsurugi Arctech, right? And I can actually use Snatchy's effect to quick sink into this card on the opponent's turn and banish one of their cards, and also protect my cards from destruction. And my synchros are also protected from activated monster effect. So if I have a set surprise, I can actually bring the synchro that I used to bring Chaos Angel back. So I have the response, I have the effect as a response on my opponent's cards. Yeah, so it goes crazy. Yeah, trust me, it goes crazy. It's a little trolly, but for now, it's not anything competitive we really play, and it's local. So when the competitive season starts, I'm probably going to be playing a different build or a different deck depending on how the meta shapes up. Next we have for Xyz Vampire Zombie, which is a very good card. I have never gotten to play this card from the moment that I got it, but when the linkage was made between Mitsurugi, 2 decks that I like, Mitsurugi and Yummy, I was happy that I already had this card in my possession. So what this card does, it can be made with the 2 level 8 ritual monsters, right? And you summon it in the extra monster zone. Now what you do with it is you use its effect and you mill 4 from the top of your deck and your opponent's deck. And hopefully, from the top of your deck, you'll be able to hit a Yummy card. Right? You could special summon that Yummy card, apply its effect if necessary, and you can then link this off into a card in the extra deck, right? And this bridges you into your Yummy package. So you could make your Cupsy Yummy or Lollipop Yummy depending on what's in the graveyard, and start your Yummy combos and Yummy plays from there. Next, Typhon. This card, I believe, is always necessary. It comes in handy in situations where you break and your draws aren't too good. You could always put this over a random normal summon and bounce a card, prevent your opponent from using effects, probably set some back row pass. This card has saved me a good couple times. So like I have decided, like when I'm building my side decks, once I have space, I always put it in. Almirage, can turn it to a normal summon to a link 1. Now the card I've been talking about turning those monsters into Vampire Zombie and Herald is Gravity Warrior. The requirement for Gravity Warrior is any monster in the extra monster zone, right? Of course, in your control, right? But this link 1 ties together it carries basically the whole linkage between Yummy and Mitsurugi, right? So by just getting rid of your Herald, you could search for any ritual card in your deck. By getting rid of Vampire Zombie after revealing a Yummy to special summon from grave, you could do your synchro plays because it's a link 1 monster. Also, if this card is on your field, you could special summon your Yummy monsters from hand because it is also a link 1, right? You could use Minyo's effect to special summon 1 from the graveyard as well if you haven't used it for the turn. So it gives you a mode of extension. Like it's really insane. I never thought this card would be so broken. I mean, I have had it in my possession for a while, and I never thought it would be so broken. Using it now, I'm enjoying it. I mean, I bought it for different reasons because I'm usually an anti-meta player, but yeah, I'm enjoying this card in this deck. Link Karibo, which I left the TCG and it got unbanned, but I came here where it was legal and I'm able to play it now. It's a good link 1. Yeah, it's a good link 1. I normally summon it. Well, once the plays allow, I normally summon it instead of bringing my second Snatchy. Depending on who I'm playing against, what deck I'm playing against. I normally summon this instead of my second Snatchy, so I could set it up in the graveyard. All I have to do is tribute one of my level 1 Yummy monsters on the field. For example, if I have something that's negated, or if I have something that is targeted, or if Lollipop brought something and there's an extra monster on the field, and this provides with some protection. Link Spider, Funny Biru, of course. Yeah, not much to say on it, just Link Spider. Very good card as well. Continue, it helps you extend. Yeah, very, very good, very good. This is one of the first Link monsters I bought. And I saw the application for it, but I guess it just took some time for it to really shine, Well, it was shining back then, but it's shining even more now. 2 Yummy Snatchy, of course, it wouldn't be a Yummy deck. I wish it didn't get hit, but I mean, the card is broken, so it had to be touched. I didn't get a chance to play it at full power because as soon as I arrived there, the ban is released like maybe a week later. So I didn't get to play my Yummy deck at full power. And finally, SP. I've learned this card. I don't like the link markers. I don't like where they're located, but my actual deck is pretty complete, so I prefer this over the IP or the beat cup. Yeah, I've removed this in my actual deck a couple times and it's cost me games. So similar to Typhon, yeah, once my actual deck has the space for it, right, and I believe it can be made with low risk, right, low risk. I always run them. So these two cards I always run once I'm able to. Yeah. But yeah, this is a profile I'll be running tomorrow. I mean, when I post this video, I will let you know my result and how it went, what could be improved. I was also I wasn't going to show my side deck, but these are all the cards I have currently because well, I'm a TCG player, so I'm migrating over, so I'm building a collection again slowly. Well, between school, study, and when I have my little free time on the weekend, I'm building my collection, playing when I can. But this is my side deck. These are all the cards I have that are suitable to be in my side deck currently. Yeah, and they kind of have some application in the current format. So I have Free Bell, 2 Ogre, 2 Nib, these 3, 2 Lightning Storm, 1 Harpies, always here for back row removal. I love it. We have Heavy Storm up here now, so I'm considering playing Heavy Storm, but I think this is fine for now. 3-dimensional barrier and 2 Solemn Judgment. Yeah, Solemn Judgment is always a good card. Always a good card. Better go in first, so it's in the side deck. Since I have no guarantee of going first. Yeah, but this is my deck. And like I said, I'll post this video along with the results, my pairings, etc. Tomorrow night when I get back from the locals tournament.